What's going on, y'all? I'm Finesse. You know me from working on Dying, and you're now tuned into Hip Hop since 1987.
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.
My name is Alanna Milan with HipHopSince1987, and we are now on my next episode of Talk to Me, featuring Finesse from Working on Dying. How are you?
Yes, I'm great. Yourself?
I'm good. I'm bored.
I've been trying to be busy, so I'm bored and busy, if that's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whatever, but what's your position?
What's my position? So I am co-founder and co-owner of Working on Dying, and it's grown into multiple companies at this point, but specifically for music, co-owner of the production company and of the record label.
That's lit. How many people are a part of the collective?
I'm adding people actually in real time, so probably by the time this, really comes out, whatever, I'll have about 7. There's 3 right now, and I'm in the process of gaining 4 more producers.
So did it start off as 3?
It started off as 4, and we lost one recently. It's definitely, the realness of the game. Not everyone kind of lasts throughout your entire journey. But originally there was 4 of them. There's still 3 of the remaining 4, and I'm trying to add 4 more fairly soon to expand a little bit.
Okay. And when did this movement begin?
Working on Dying is kind of idea is probably maybe close to 10 years old. As a company, we're really just coming upon our 3rd year, really. We really broke in 2017. I managed this kid named Maddox. So, Working on Dying, we produced all the music for Maddox, and we also managed him. So, that was really our first professional break, I guess. And then things kind of evolved from there. But it was really 2017 was kind of when we broke. But we've all known each other for a long time. I'm really the oldest in the collective, but I've known my producers since they were in high school. So it's really kind of more of a family. The 2 producers are brothers, and then all of my producers live together and have since high school. So we're kind of really, close-knit as a company.
All right. And are you guys all originally from Philadelphia?
Yeah, we're all Philly babies, I love the city. My mom's from Jersey, but my dad's from Germantown. So we're all from the city, based in the city. That's kind of what we carry, when we go abroad is everything's real Philly. Even the producers that I'm adding is Philadelphia. So I'm very pro-city here.
Good, as you should be. I'm very pro-city too.
Yeah.
How would you say the climate was in the industry in Philadelphia when you guys were coming up?
I think, and I've always thought that the artist side is good. Really, what needs to expand is the business side. There's not enough managers for the amount of talent. So, I make a lot of sports analogies because even for me, how I kind of decipher music is I really look at the NBA, and it's we have a lot of good players and not enough agents to get them to the NBA, And a lot of times you're going to see managers that have multiple artists, and we're all trying to figure it out in real time. I don't care if you have an advanced degree or you're just a hustler. There is no blueprint. The thing about this game is honestly presented a new challenge every year. So it's we're all collectively trying to work. but there's honestly not enough labels. There's not enough production companies. There's not enough managers, I think, just because we feel as though it's not on our level to do, but that'll really help the environment more than kind of what artists are lacking, because there's a lot of great artistry here. I just think there's not enough coaches for the amount of players at this point.
Yeah, I started off vlogging and then I transitioned into PR. So now I do both. And
right. Probably because you seen there was a need for it and you could feel that need. So
there's no, I mean, I won't say there's no, I know a few people, but it's just not as like adamant as
not enough. Yeah. We need more.
So I definitely
we need more use for sure. 100%.
Yes, we need more me. Do you guys have a specific audience that you make music for, or are you guys just dabbling in multiple genres?
I think that's a two-part answer. I think that we try to create individual things for everybody that we work with, but I think the demographic that probably appeals to us the most is probably like 13 to 16. I mean, I think, you know, a lot of our sounds is very colorful. You know, even what we do visually is pretty in your face. I mean, my producers are into anime and gaming. So I think that the teenage demographic really appeals to us, especially, you know, because like, you know, we work with like Uzi and stuff. So naturally, like we get a lot of kids. Yeah. But, you know, we got a lot of kids from Mad Ops. And I mean, young kids. I mean, like parents that had children that were 6, 7, and 8 years old, you know, was asking me about our brand and like, what is Working on Dying? Is it bad? So, I mean, like it definitely opened up my eyes to see that, like, you know, even though we're adults, it's really kids who gravitate towards it. So, you know, everything we do, we try to like always make sure that they don't feel unincluded somehow. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I think that's the audience that came to us. But we like doing different sounds. I mean, we work with a lot of different artists. So I think each artist kind of pulls different things out of it. So you know, it's been pretty interesting like that.
And because you said like people check in to see if you guys are bad or whatever the case is, where did the name come from? Like, where did you find that inspiration?
To be honest, it came from a dark place, but it's really positive. I mean, so like one of the early members of our group, like their father had died and they were like suicidal at the moment. And at that time, they just kept diving into this thought of like heaven and hell, and is there an afterlife? Is there really something besides this? And I think it was just a real profound moment that like, I don't think not a lot of people think about it anymore until they get close to death. Like you really don't think about afterlife until you close to death. So like the real shit, like when you're working on dying, you're really trying to live a good full life so that you don't have to think about those things. And like, you know, I think the generation before us, they, you know, they say YOLO, but we not really trying to crash and burn. We just trying to live a very full existence here and still trying to keep it like somewhat good. So like, you know, the cool way of even saying that is like you working on dying. Cause I mean, you know, we're throughout your whole life, you're in a constant state of dying until you're dead. You know what I'm saying? So like, we don't, you know, we didn't want to come in the game and just treat it like however and just do whatever and just be like there was no consequences to it. So, you know, like our way of kind of reminding ourselves but still making it fun and creative is just saying like we working on dying, you know what I'm saying? And it was cool. We kind of left it kind of ambiguous so people would question it, but I think it grew because people didn't understand it. And I think that when you don't understand something, it forces you to spend time with it. So it was cool. We was like forcing people to like overly look at us and be like, what's that? And overanalyze it. And then after a while, they just was like, all right, cool, we get it, you know, but sometimes you got to be a little provocative to get people's attention.
Right. I agree with that.
you know.
You said you guys started picking up in like 2017.
Yeah.
So between then and now, what has been one of your best or your favorite collaboration?
Um, I would say our favorite is obviously, I think, Uzi. I mean, we spend a lot of time working with him, and like it was just a different opportunity. Like when you get one record with someone, that's like a moment. But then when you know when you're damn near doing like whole albums, like that's real special because it really lets you like showcase really what you can do. But you know, Drake is like who broke us. I mean, like that was honestly probably like the life-changing moment for us where it was just like, all right, like now what?
What record?
And so we did I'm Upset on Scorpion.
I'm
So
upset.
like
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, so like that record was like, you know, it wasn't one of his biggest records because it was tied to a lot of the controversy with like Pusha T, but at the same time it was like the record just took us like to another place, and you know, like the business with them was cool. Like OVO as a company is like the standard. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I learned very early. It was like these people are like the standard of excellence. Like it's definitely a correlation that he's one of the top artists in the world, and the people that he works with are like very high level business people. So you know that really was like, all right, cool. We got to operate on this level to like keep it up. So now Drake was definitely cool. We still work with him. You know, he releases much different than Uzi, so that's the process. And then like, but you know, we really just tied in with Vert right now. And like that takes up probably most of our energy now.
And how many songs did you do on the latest album?
Between the original and the deluxe, like 16 songs of 32. So it was about half the album.
And what are some of your favorite ones?
Um,
If you name one of my favorite ones.
well, I like the up-tempo stuff. So I always loved Pop and Lo Mein. I just thought like they were just gonna be like my shit. I was gonna be like, yo, play that in the club. But since there is no club,
Club quarantine.
it's hard to party dolo for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even do too much in the club, but I think I just like the energy of people. You know what I'm saying? But but my homie hit me the other day and was like, Bigger Than Life is a sleeper record. So maybe I like Bigger Than Life. Yeah. Yeah, that's that it you know, it's not like that party shit, but like I think it grows on you after a while. So yeah. I like Bigger Than Life.
Okay. And what are some collaborations that you would like to do with people you haven't worked with yet? Give me like two.
No, look, I keep it gangster because this is what I'm currently. So my friend is helping me get to Beyonce, so I definitely want Beyonce. You know, shout out to Star. Got a friend of mine named Ashley Calhoun, and she's a publisher, so she's like real dope. So she was just like, let me link y'all with my writer, and I believe Star writes for. I think Star wrote that Beyonce verse for the Meg Thee Stallion Savage, and then so I would like to work with Beyonce. I think that's the catalog piece, and I would say one person that I always wanted to. We do have a song. It's just not out yet. So let me think. I would say not even artists, but for us to work with Pharrell, and that's definitely something that I'm working on as well. So if we get like the Pharrell session, and and it's working on Dying Pharrell and Beyonce. I'm all the way good. That's what it's gonna be.
Well, how did some of your other collaborations come about, especially Uzi? Or how did they?
Just like timing.
Half his album. Like.
I mean, we worked on Eternal Atake for almost 3 years. So the whole time that the Maddox thing's going on, the whole time that like everything else is going on, that was going on simultaneously. A lot of stuff in this game is really just timing and opportunity. And it really is kind of divine like that. It's like, are you ready to do something? And we just were. I mean, they already knew each other in high school. So they already previously had like a personal relationship. Like Oogie, Brandon, Uzi, they went to high school together already. So it wasn't like it was like bringing strangers together. It was more of, now that they were a little bit more accomplished in music, Uzi's accomplished, like they can come back together and it just feels different, So that's kind of what it was. I mean, Eternal Take took about 2.5 years of them just working together and doing a lot of records and spending a lot of time together. And like, that's kind of where that chemistry grew for that.
It's crazy. You see how life works?
Yeah.
Y'all up. That's like, y'all went platinum.
We went platinum.
How does that feel? That was crazy.
Honestly, like, I haven't bought any plaques, so that's probably mental, but like, I think it's very easy to like get caught up on shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because
there's still work to be done.
Yeah, like, I'm humbled. Like, we went from nothing to like, we have a lot of platinum records. Honestly, like the Drake stuff went platinum. We went platinum with XXX. We went platinum with Uzi like multiple times. Like that's the Rackets platinum. Like we did Sanguine Paradise. We did Futsal Shuffle. Like all of that is our stuff as well. So I mean, like that feels good, but we're still like real early in our career. So like I really want to put up some big shit before I start talking my shit. So I'll be quiet. I'm quiet until I'm quiet until it's time. But it feels good. It does.
Yeah. And do you have any goals you want to knock out while you're stuck inside?
I mean, like I'm ambitious in business. I mean, my goal right now is to I want to try to attempt some sort of Philadelphia producer union here and really just educate a lot of the producers into getting better business situations, starting to get a little bit more uniformity in like pay and wage and really just understanding. I mean, like every industry does this except for music. They kind of just throw people out on the wind. And if you're not really educated or went through a lot of the things in this game, it's easy to just be caught in a circle. So I don't know. I think my longevity is going to come from just helping people outside of my situation too. It's good to like put your family and your friends on, but if you can't be impactful to the world around you, like ain't gonna last too long. So I think my new challenge and what I'm, excited for is, can I do it again? And like that's where I'm at with it. I got my second group of producers and trying to do it again, and do it again after that.
Can we expect any new projects?
So there's a lot of new music. I think probably by this time this gonna come out, we'll be on Future's new album that's coming out, this Friday. We have new music with,
Said the Toxic King.
Masculinity, capitalize that M, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be hot, this Friday plus Future it's gonna be dark outside, so we get to be a part of that Masculinity on Friday. I'm pretty excited about that. Future's always a good release. This is our second record with him, so it's always a movie.
What's the first one that you guys?
Future and Juice WRLD on Drugs. That was our record.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, rest in peace to Juice.
Knocking them down.
We've been working, you know, this is an everyday thing, you know.
Y'all hear this? What can we expect when outside opens up?
Well, I'm out somewhere. I'm blunt and I'm honest. I'll be quarantining in Miami before this is out. But I think I'm probably going to do another producer camp. I try to do one in Philly every year, just to kind of find new talent and bring some people together that maybe have never worked together, and you know, try to figure some things out. Definitely dropping some music. Like, you know, I have a record label. I really haven't put out a lot of our internal stuff, but we are developing, you know, local artists as well, and you know, trying to get big records again.
Okay, and tell us where we can keep up with you.
Everything's working on Dying. Our website is workingonddying.com. Also on Instagram is working on Dying as well. My handle is WOD Nest 215. I'm more of the business side of the game. You know, I won't dive too much into music, but you know, for like management stuff and publishing and those things, I'm probably well versed in that. So I'm here for that. And you know, shout out to kind of everybody that I've been seeing. It's a lot of great talent. You know, every time I get a platform, I always try to like be an advocate for the city, because I think there's a lot of amazing talent out there, and hopefully, you know, as artists inspire other artists, I just really want to inspire other managers and other people that's going to kind of lead the way, you know, because we need many more of them.
We need to build a team.
Yeah, you know, we need infrastructure here. You know, you can't win without infrastructure. We need new DJs. You know, shout out to Diamond Cuts and RL and you know, Cosmic Kev, but they've been doing it for so long. We need the new wave of those. We need the new DJs to be in tune with the new artists. We need the artists to like be in tune with the new managers, and you know, it's an ecosystem, and you know, if something is broken in the chain, it slows the whole thing. So we can do it. It's just we just need the right people to really get behind it and make it move. So I'm trying to do my part. You know, I can't do everything, but there's a lot of good companies here that are trying and are doing. You know what I'm saying? I see it throughout the city. You know, New Lane does a great job. I watch, you know, shout out to Tierra Wag, you know, her Wag World. I like what they do. Even, you know, the real like street stuff. I love Zoo Gang and Poundside Pop and Diamond Street King. Like, I always really try to watch and see what's going on, because there is no good or bad. I like it all, you know. I just want them all to have a business model and make it make sense, and so they can earn income. You know, when they earn income, they can really get out the streets. So it's like, if you really want these kids to get out the streets, then we got to do better on the business side, because that's the only way they're going to walk away, is if they have the income to walk away. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to do my part, but there is a lot of other great people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homies TMM. You know, they're doing they manage producers. They do a lot of the Dream Chaser work. You know, it's a lot of like faceless companies behind the scenes that are trying. You know, like, it's a lot of cooperation too. Like, we're not beefing. Like, I think everyone genuinely at this time, we all try to help each other behind the scenes. So that's dope. That's new for sure. But we are trying. Like, I think that has to be the message. A lot of times it's like, well, Philly doesn't support Philly. Well, we do behind the scenes. We really do a lot. You know what I'm saying? I think the lack of execution makes people feel like that. But there's definitely a lot of good intent behind the scenes. So,
you know, on that note, follow them at Working on Dying on everything.
Yeah, please follow us. We got a lot of good music, and you know, we're gonna keep putting on for Philly. Like, this is all Philly artists, Philly producers, and we back to getting #1 records again.
And can you say your personal handle one more time?
WOD Nest 215.
Okay. And you can follow us at HipHopSince1987 and follow me at Alanna Milan. And when you want to tune into this interview, you can just YouTube HipHopSince1987. It'll pop up.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank
All
you.
right.